Excellency.
Good to see you again.
Thank you very much for receiving me, number one. Thank you very much for being here.
Well,
And thank you for the friendship.
and thank you for opening this office. This is important.
Well, we promised to you.
2, 3. Foreign Minister Sיירטו, Peter, and your delegation and the distinguished ambassadors of the United States to Israel, Ambassador David Friedman, and to Budapest, Ambassador David Kortstein, the two Davids, and everyone. This is a very exciting moment for us because it's the first European diplomatic mission opened in Jerusalem in many decades. And 3 Hungarian diplomats are going to be assigned to this office for trade purposes, and that's important for trade, for diplomacy, and for the move that Hungary is leading right now to change the attitude in Europe towards Jerusalem. This has already been done by President Trump in his historic decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and to move the American embassy here. And there is a plot waiting for you right next to the American embassy. I want to say that 4 weeks ago, it was only 4 weeks ago, that Prime Minister Orban was here, and he said that he would open this office, and in 4 weeks, this office is open. So I want to extend my appreciation and thanks to him and to you, and to say that we're delighted with the relationship between, and the friendship between Israel and Hungary. It's never been as strong. Our trade has never been stronger. Our cooperation in all areas, security, diplomacy, everything has never been stronger. And I want to extend special thanks for 2 things that the government of Hungary is doing. One, the battle against the falsehoods and slanders leveled at Israel in international forums. You've been superb, and I want to congratulate and salute you for it. The second is your stance against anti-Semitism, which has been robust and important and consistent, and I want to encourage you to continue this with the adoption of the IRA definition of anti-Semitism. And overall, I just want to say thank you, and let's continue this, because this is a path of real friendship. So welcome, friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for your presence. If you allow me, I would like to recognize a third ambassador, although he's not a David, but he's a Martin. Martin Stropnicki, the former foreign minister of the Czech Republic, and the current ambassador of Czech Republic to Israel.
He hides in the shadows.
He's a shy person, you know, shy but effective. So maybe his presence is telling as well.
Yes.
At least there are representatives of 4 countries here in the room out of 5 which voted no to the global compact on migration. I think we can absolutely be proud of ourselves. But Prime Minister, dear colleagues, we understand that there are so deep, comprehensive and quick changes and developments going on in global trade, global economy and global politics, that these kind of changes put a lot of impact on small countries with open economies like Hungary. And Hungarian economy is in a change of dimension as we are moving from the manufacturing-oriented economy to an innovation-oriented economy. And we understand that the Israeli companies are developing and applying and using the most modern state-of-the-art technologies. And it is the core interest of the Hungarian economy in its entirety, and it's the interest of the Hungarian companies to work together with the Israeli companies as tightly as it is just possible. And that's why we have decided to establish a trade and investment representation here in Jerusalem to further build our relationship in this regard, because my experience is that without personal presence, it is basically impossible. Last year, we had a trade prime minister amounting to $527 million. Since 2008, we were successful enough to maintain our export above $300 million on an annual basis. There are 200 Israeli companies operating in Hungary, employing 5,500 Hungarian people. In order to further enhance that, I would like to announce to you, Prime Minister and dear colleagues, that the Hungarian Exim Bank has opened a credit line of 555 million euros to finance the cooperation between Israeli and Hungarian companies. We have already announced the tenders for the joint innovation fund to a worth of twice 3 million euros, and we have agreed to continue our mutual training program for young entrepreneurs and startups. But I would like to say that I totally agree with the Prime Minister, of course, when you said that this is a friendship between the two countries, because this is much more than a pragmatic economic cooperation. This is a friendship. We have always fought for a fair and balanced approach on behalf of the international community towards Israel. I have to underline here once again that we reject to combine restrictive economic and commercial measures with political issues. We will not apply the decision of the European Commission on labeling. We do not support the list of companies in the settlements to be announced by the High Representative of Human Rights of the United Nations. And we urge for a tighter, better, and more dynamic cooperation between Israel and the European Union. And we continue to urge the convening of the EU-Israel Association Council, because we are certain that a better, more dynamic cooperation between EU and Israel is a true European interest. So when we build Hungarian-Israeli cooperation, V4 Israel cooperation, then we really serve a true European interest. And last but not least, Mr. Prime Minister, the opening of our trade and investment representation here and the opening of our cultural year are true signs and proofs to the significance we attach to this relationship. And I don't think we would have found better occasions to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the reestablishment of our diplomatic ties. So as we count on your friendship, Prime Minister, you can count on our friendship as well. And thank you very much for showing up once again to this wonderful occasion.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you. Great.